Hey guys, it's Ghost from RCGamingNetwork with the next episode of the Tottenham Hotspur series for Football Manager 2013. And yeah, I finished the season, and well, this is the end of season review. So we'll first go over what was left of the season. So, where did I leave you at? I believe I left you at this Reading home draw. Went on to beat West Brom 3-0. Drew to Stoke in the FA Cup third round, made a brilliant comeback, but it wasn't to be as we lost 2-0 in the replay, which was home as well. Blackburn went away 1-4-1. Kabul, Ben Arfa, Sandro, Isco with the goals. Away to Everton, drew 1-0. Hernandez. Chelsea 3-0. Came back again. Sandro with 2 and Fabio with a goal. Norwich 5-1. Isco with 3. Bale, Sandro and Vertonghen. Southampton away. Hernandez with 2. Kabaiva missed penalty, but we still got the win. Went away to Manchester United. They nicked it in the 90th minute, or the stoppage time, or whatever, Fergie time. And yeah, it was a shame to lose, but that ended the undefeated streak of the whole season. So it went up to February without losing a game in the league, which was pretty impressive. Then AZ or AZ in the Europa League first knockout round, then drew to all. We then beat them 5-0 at home. Sigurdsson with 2, Parker with 2, and Vertonghen with a goal. We then had a home game with Cardiff. Bale with 3, Dempsey with a goal as well, and Sandro. Went away to West Ham, only 1-0, which was really poor to drop 2 points here, but Isco with the goal. Then away to CSK Moscow, second knockout round, first leg, 4-1. Bale, Mattia Destro, which I'll get onto in a minute, Johan Kabul, all getting goals. Arsenal 4-0, great win. Fabio, Kabul, Vertonghen and Bale with the goals. And then in the second leg of the CSK Moscow second round, beat them 3-2. Hernandez, Bale and Fabio with the goals. And pretty much from here, we're on this little streak here. Beat Liverpool 6-0. That was a very impressive win to beat Liverpool 6-0. Quarter final against Wolves 2-0 away, which is what I won. Won QPR 3-2 away. Took Wolves home, beat them. That put us through to the semi-final. Home to Manchester City, we won 3-1. Even though it was too late to win the league at this point, it was still a very, very good win. And I'm very, it did satisfy me a lot, and was good motivation, because it does prove that these guys aren't invincible as I once thought. So yeah. Away to Newcastle 1-1. And then in the semi-final first leg, beat 3-1 away at the Allianz Arena. Beat them 3-1 away. I was just, oh my days, I was shitting myself when I saw that we drawed Bayern Munich. I was like, oh my days. I was wondering how did they even get in the Europa League, let alone why we versed them in the semi-final. And I really wanted to win it this year because I knew we weren't going to get a Europa League spot next season. I was pretty confident we was going to get Champions League spot. So I really wanted to end our Europa League journey by winning it. So we won 3-1 away. Drew to an in-form Wolves at home 1-0, even though we beat them in the Europa League 4-1 at home and 2-0 away. So I don't really know why we didn't get the win there. But I played a slightly weakened side because I was more concentrated on the Europa League games. At this point in time, the Premier League didn't matter too much. It was just about qualifying. It was just about getting top 4 at this point. I wasn't chasing the title as I was before. Then drew 5-5 home, and it was Ben Arfa with 3, Sigurdsson with 2. It was such a scary game. I thought they were going to make a comeback at one point, but that made us win 8. What is that? 8? I don't even know. 8-6 on aggregate. Away to Stoke, lost 2-0. I hate versing Stoke. just in general, I hate versus Stoke. I hate the way they play. I just hate versus Stoke. They're not a top team on this save, but I just hate playing them. And then home to Swansea, I went on holiday at this point because I didn't care. I just wanted to play the Europa League final. Home to Swansea, won 3-0. 2 goals from Bale, 1 goal from Goodbye. And then in a rematch from last season, in which we actually lost 4-0. We rematched them this season and we beat them 2-1 on extra time. I think it was, I don't know, Sandro Overton or one of them got the goal in extra time. And I was celebrating. From then on, I knew that we won the Europa League and it was a great achievement. And then away to Reading, I went on holiday at this point. I didn't care about anything else. And that made us secure second place, which is very, very good. And we actually never lost at home, even though we don't even have the best home record. Chelsea do. They have 1 more win and 2 less draws than us. We still never lost at home, which was it's a positive thing. I can't remember, maybe 3/4 of the season, Man City just ran away with it. There was a point where we could have overtaken them and got first place, but they just went away with it. And they were just, last season they're just unbeatable. How's their friendlies gone this season? Yeah, just lost the Community Shield though. They always lose that. Lost it last year as well. But look, it's just ridiculous. What the hell? And then the only time they lost was Capital One Cup 4th round. They continued this dominance until they drew with us at home. Lost to Chelsea, lost to Man United. This is where we could have overtaken them. And this is where we drew with Reading and Swansea. And I was so annoyed because we could have taken the lead and really gave them a good competition for the title. And they just went on this winning streak again. They don't stop winning. It's just ridiculous. They got to the final of the Champions League and they lost. But yeah, in terms of player wise, let's see, player stats. Ooh, how do I even go back to last year? I do not even know. Well, I know who I want to look at anyway. I just wanted to show Gareth Bale, who last season had a pretty good game. He had a pretty good season. Overall, 15 goals and 22 assists, which is very, very good. He's been in form for us. Hernandez at the start of the season, on the last update, he was on fire. And he would not stop scoring. And he did score a few more goals, but he wasn't as good as before, though. But he still was our top scorer with 24 goals overall, 22 in the league. And he's done really well. His value's gone up from 9 million to 14 million. So, yeah, he's done pretty well. Let's see if there's anyone else. No one else I can think of. But the transfers for this year, hasn't really been that many. It's just, I've just been signing people for the future, really. Signed Nelson, a young attacking for the left, 19 years old, Brazilian. Hopefully he becomes something good. His report suggests that he does. 3.8. Side Vito Bonametti, a young centre back. He actually joined when he was 15 years old. Yeah, he's doing very well in progression very well. And yeah, he's just a young centre back for the future. Francisco Bardi, or Baddy, whatever you call him. We need a backup goalkeeper. Like, for half the season, the only goalkeeper I had was Lloris. Out of the whole club, I had no other goalkeepers. No reserves, not under 18s. And yeah, it was quite worrying. So, I did have under 18s, but the guy was like 15 years old. He couldn't even play. I signed this guy. He was on loan for us for half the season. I've now signed him on a permanent basis. He will probably give Lloris, a good run for the first team goalkeeper spot. And I plan on getting another goalkeeper in as well. Then we signed Luis Suarez for 21 million. I really wanted a guaranteed goal scoring striker, basically. And I was going for Robert Lewandowski. kept bidding, kept sending them new offers. Like it went up to like 33 million, and they still rejected it. And I was like, you know what? Forget that. I'm not spending 33 million on Lewandowski when I only originally planned to pay 25, and they still rejected it at 33. So I don't know how much they would have wanted. But yeah, I signed Luis Suarez last season. He done well for Liverpool. Let's see. Overall 23 goals, 8 assists. Done very, very well for them. And I really wanted a goal scoring striker. Hernandez is good, but I can't rely on him. And I just wanted to sign him because this is probably going to be my last season at Tottenham. You know, I just want to. I've only done this season because we qualified for Champions League. I'll see how we do in Champions League. Depending on how we do, might motivate me to carry on another season. Depends where we do, how we do, and where we stand in the league as well. But really, I don't really see anything else that I can do here, and I'm kind of getting bored of Tottenham. I want a new challenge. You know, at this moment in time, I think eventually I'll be able to win the league with a couple more seasons. But at this moment in time, Man City are just invincible. They haven't even signed anyone this season because they don't need to. They're just going to go on another winning streak forever like they did last season. And just in general, it's very hard to be that consistent with only a team like Tottenham. This is the third season. I've only spent 2 seasons at Tottenham, managed to get them to second place. It's very hard to win every game like Manchester City are doing because they've just been given an amazing team, and anyone they buy, they offer them like 100k, which is why you can't even buy anyone from Manchester City because it's just impossible. Their wage is just ridiculous, and even if they get a wage cut, it's still ridiculously expensive. So yeah, and I signed this left back, which is another regen. Not the best potential, but he looks decent. So yeah. Emmanuel Adebayor, he was on 100k a week. He was 30 years old, and he wasn't my first choice striker. So just by common sense, he had to go, and his attributes were just decreasing. It was better that I sold him, got the money now. Also, Jermaine Defoe. The fans weren't happy about this at all. They were really pissed off. But again, you know, too much wages. Not my first team striker, and it's just what his career for me really is over. Scott Parker, 33 years old. I just let him go on a free. He was on 55,000 a week. Clint Dempsey went to Aston Villa. Adam Smith went to Everton. This was my replacement. Anyone else? Danny Rose went to West Brom. And that was really it. Transfers. I signed this one transfer in January. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last episode. I don't even know. Barely can remember. So I played a lot of Foot Manager since that episode. But yeah, this is a joined when he was 22. He was on a good goal scoring record for his old club, and I wanted to sign him for our club. And he played mainly Europa League matches, and he done really well in 11 appearances with 2 substitutes, 7 goals, 7 assists, average of 7.72, which is very, very good. The only problem is he's injury prone, and injury prone players really do live up to that attribute or whatever it is, because they just get injured every couple of weeks. It's very frustrating. But yeah, Olaf Stepperman. I signed this guy last season, but he's probably gonna get a lot of first team football this season. And Sandro got injured. He's gonna be out for like the next 5 months. So this is probably gonna be my centre mid replacement. He is doing really well in progression. For this season, the pre-season, nothing much really. We lost to Seattle. I don't know how we did that. I let the assistant manager take control of that, and then I was getting a bit worried. I was like, how are we losing to them? They're a really easy team. Should be beating them. So I took control of the rest of the friendlies. Won 4-1 against Boca. This team is very, very good in producing young people for the future. I always go to this team. They always produce such young people, and such good ones as well. These are all regens. Look at this guy. I tried to sign this guy, but he failed to get a work permit. They always sign, or always just obtain really good people. Young regens, they usually have the best ones. Went away, won 8-0 to Derry City. Pretty dominant game. Home to Barcelona. Partly wanted to do it because we have them in the Super Cup because they won the Champions League, and partly wanted to do it just for the money because get a lot of revenue for this game. Was beating them 2-0 at half time and looking pretty good from there. Played a pretty strong team. They played not the strongest team, and then half time they bring on Iniesta, Xavi, Messi, Neymar, and then they bring it to 2-2. So yeah, it really does show the impact that those guys have. But it was good not to lose, but it's a shame to give away a 2-goal lead. The worst way to lose a game for me is when I'm winning by 2 or more goals and they come back and win or come back and draw. I hate that. That's the worst thing. I hate giving away a lead. That's just not good. 1 goal I can understand, and then when I wait to Leyton Orient won that 8-0 affiliate club. And today we have Norwich, but I don't think I'm going to live com this game, so I think this is pretty long enough. I don't even know how long is this recording. 16 minutes as it is. So yeah, I was going to actually just do a live com of the first game, but I've spent so long going over last season, the review, and this season, and the transfers. I don't think I'm going to do it this episode. For the next episode, I'll do these 2 games and I'll live com the Barcelona game, which hopefully we can win because that will be another trophy to my cabinet. Tactics, just quickly go over them. They're the same as last year. 4-2-3-1. Suarez will be up top. Bale, Ben Arfa, Isco in the middle. That would be Sandro. Looks like it's going to be Stefferman. And then Kabay here. Kabul, Vertonghen, Fabio, Kyle Walker, and Lloris, but Lloris is injured, so Francesco will be the replacement. This is the main tactic for teams that I now can get position against. Usually I just play it down left flank because Bale does very, very well. This tactic, same formation, but more direct, attacking. This is for teams that we're not going to get the possession against, but we can do good when we have the ball down both the flanks. And yeah, more counter-attacking, but I don't want it set on counter because I don't want them going in with that mentality that this is an extremely good team, so we've got to be playing on the counter. And this is a balance control tactic. This is what I want to play when I'm against a solid team and I want a solid, 5 in the middle, just 1 striker up top. And yeah, it's a pretty brick wall to get past. So yeah, it's been Ghost from RC Gaming Network. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll catch you next time.